So hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Amir from the Sci-Fi Thief, and this is going to be an interesting video as I'll be speaking about Apple's upcoming iPhone SE 2 or iPhone 9. Now there are a lot of rumors out there covering the release and specifications of Apple's upcoming iPhone SE 2. Now to be honest, majority of them are totally fake, so I spent a lot of time on this research and I finally came up with some of this information and things that Apple has got to offer to you in this upcoming iPhone SE 2, and I'll be sharing all of them in this video, so make sure you watch this video till the end so that you won't miss out any part of this video. Speaking of features, the first is the design. Now as you guys know, when iPhone SE came in 2016, its design was similar to iPhone 5s and had features of iPhone 6s. Now this time Apple seems to implement the design and features of iPhone 8 into Apple's upcoming iPhone SE 2. Now speaking of display, this phone has got to offer 4.7 inch of LCD display instead of OLED display. Now as you guys know, OLED display comes on Apple's flagship phone, that is iPhone 11 or 11 Pro Max, and considering that this phone comes under budget, LCD display isn't an issue. Now when iPhone SE was released in 2016, it had a primary camera of 12 megapixel. Even now on iPhone SE 2, you'll be getting a primary camera of 12 megapixel itself. Now you might be wondering what's the difference between those two phones, and the difference is that the iPhone SE had a primary camera of 12 megapixel with aperture f2.4, but now you're getting a primary camera of 12 megapixel which has aperture of f1.7. Now the advantages of having a low aperture camera is that the first is the noise in photo and video will be reduced. The second is that in-depth field of the picture quality will be increased, and third is that you'll be getting great performance in low light photography. Now even if you're getting a single camera on this device, you know how Apple is good at providing great performance on single camera phone itself. Now speaking of front camera or selfie camera, you're getting a 5 megapixel camera with aperture f2.2. Now this is an impressive upgrade compared to iPhone SE, which had front camera of only 1.2 megapixel and it had aperture of f2.7. Now speaking of processor, you'll be getting A13 Bionic chip with this phone, and that's great compared to the price you're paying and the performance you're gonna get out of this phone, as this chipset is even being used in iPhone 11 or 11 Pro Max. Now speaking of battery itself, as I said, you will be getting 1800 milliamp battery. That's a little upgrade compared to iPhone SE, which had 1600 milliamp battery. Now with that, it supports fast charging and comes with a charger of 20 watt, which can charge your phone from 0 to 50% in just 30 minutes. And other impressive thing is that this phone will support wireless charging, and that's great compared to the price you're paying and the features you're getting out in this phone. Another thing about this iPhone SE 2 is that it will be utilizing old technology such as Touch ID instead of Face ID, which comes on Apple's flagship phones, and with that Apple is about to bring its physical home button back to its iPhones. iPhone SE 2 won't be utilizing 3D touch, instead of that it will be adopting haptic touch itself, and that's not an issue considering that this phone is for the people who are really under budget. Now according to some rumors, there is a Pro version of this phone coming into the market. That means we'll have two variants available in the market. Now speaking of price of this iPhone, this is going to be little underpriced since the availability of iPhone XR and iPhone 11. So it won't make a sense if Apple rises the amount which is more than iPhone XR or which is equal to iPhone 11. So Apple should decrease the amount, and it said that this phone will be available for or under $400. Another thing, this phone's storage space is available for 64, 128 and 256 GB. According to some rumors, this phone will be released on 15th of this month, that is 15th April 2020. To be honest, America is suffering a lot due to these consequences caused by COVID-19, and Apple fans have this craze to buy their product on the first day of release itself, and Apple isn't ready to break or destroy that kind of craze. So according to me, Apple might launch their iPhone SE 2 by the end of May or June. That's all for today's video, guys. Hope you liked it. If so, then hit the like button, subscribe to my channel and turn on the bell notification icon. If you have any questions or suggestions regarding the Apple's upcoming iPhone SE 2, then feel free to drop a comment down in the comment box. So see you in another one. Till then, bye bye.